Hey everyone, and welcome back to Veda Day 21. Today I'm going to be going through some popular books, mainly series, in fact I think it's only series, that I have not yet read. There are no reasons to the fact that I haven't read these yet, other than the fact I haven't had time, I haven't brought them yet, or I'm a little bit scared to. But I want to quite badly, and eventually I will end up getting around to it. So the first series is the Raven Cycle series by Veda. I've been wanting to read this series since before I started booktube. This series is by one of my favourite authors, Veda. I love the Wolves of Mercy Falls series, trilogy. I love Lament. I love Maggie's writing so much, and for the longest time I've been wanting to read the Raven Cycle series, and I just haven't yet got around to buying them, but I know as soon as I do I'll probably read them straight away, or I'll put them off for the next few years because I'm afraid of not liking them. The second series is probably a series that I'm never going to read, even though I want to quite a lot, and that is the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. This is the Game of Thrones series, and I've tried watching the TV show and I just can't. So that puts me off the books even more because everyone hypes up this TV show saying it's great, and I'm just I don't see the hype in it like at all. And then the books are very taunting and they're very nerve-wracking. Like the first book is nearly 1,000 pages long, and that's the first book, and they get bigger and there's a lot of them, and I just can't see myself ever getting around to reading them. The third series is just something I haven't been in the mood to read. I do own this trilogy. I got it around this time last year actually, and that is the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. I own this series and it's kind of just sitting there on my shelf because I'm not sure if it's my type of thing, even though it is supposedly dystopian sci-fi. I just haven't picked it up and I know nothing about it, and I don't know, I just haven't felt in the mood to do it, but I will eventually get around to doing it. The fourth series is something I've been wanting to read for a long time, ever since I started watching booktube, and that is the Miss Peregrine series, you know, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Briggs. Obviously I know of this series only because of Jesse the Reader. He loves this series so much, and we have quite similar reading tastes, I've noticed. He's enjoyed, so have I. I mean, there is a few that I'm just kind of like eh, and he's like ooh, but I have a feeling that I am going to like this series, and I haven't yet got around to buying it, let alone reading it. So maybe one day, maybe one day. The fifth series is the Castor Chronicles by Cami Garcia. So this is the Beautiful Creatures series, and I have not even read the first book. I've watched the movie Beautiful Creatures and I vaguely remember liking it, I vaguely remember a bit about it, but other than that I have not had anything to do with the series, and people say that after the first book it kind of goes downhill, but I want to form my own opinions. I have the first book, my friend has the entire series and she loves it, but I just haven't got around to reading it, and I don't know if I ever will, because again those are some daunting books, they are quite large. The sixth series is the Throne of Glass series. Now, as you know, or may not know, I own the first 3 books in this series. I want to buy this entire series because I love Sarah J Maas's writing style. I love the way she writes. Obviously I didn't love Caught Mist and Fury, but that's a different story altogether. But that's mainly because of an event that happens in the book and not her writing style at all. But I really want to read the Throne of Glass series. I have the first 3. I'm planning to get the last few books before the next book comes out. Is there another book coming out? I think there is, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But I want to get all of the books and then I'm going to try and read them. I'm going to try my very hardest to read those books. The 7th series is the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. These are fairy tale retellings, and I am a sucker for retellings, I really am, and I hear the sci-fi elements to this, and sci-fi just really is my thing at the minute. Sci-fi is all I want to read, it's all I write about, it's all I want to read about. I really need these books and I need to read them. The 8th series is the Millennium series. I have no I just don't want to read these. These are the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, and I can't remember the other one, and I just have no willpower to read them. They're not really my thing, and I just genuinely don't want to, so I'm not going to. I do own them, I do, but at this point in time I have no willpower to read them, so I just don't plan to at this point in time. Maybe one day that will change, but who knows. The 9th series is the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I am very late to the hype on this. I think everyone has read these, and then there's just me sat here like, not me, I haven't, hello. But I want to read these, I want to buy them, and then I want to read them. But there are a lot of them, and they're quite expensive to buy in a job lot, which is what I usually do to save money. But it turns out that I'm probably going to have to buy them one by one, and in the long run, yes, I will be spending more money, but it seems a bit much to me to spend that much in one go. I don't know, I'm a cheapskate, I know. As soon as I obtain those books, I have a feeling I'm going to either go straight through them or leave them for a few years, a bit like the Raven cycle. And then the last series is the 10th series, and that is the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. As you know, I've been reading the Mortal Instruments series slowly but surely. I've read the first 4 books, I have started the 5th book, but I kind of sizzled out a little bit because I read the 3rd and the 4th book back to back, and then I went straight into the 5th book, and that was a bad idea. Put me in a little bit of a slump because I was bored of reading the same thing. But the Infernal Devices, I believe, is the Clockwork, I was going to say Clockwork Orange. It's not the Clockwork Orange, chill out. It's Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess, and Clockwork Angel. I said those in the wrong order, probably. But I want to read those. I believe they're sort of like a prequel series to the Mortal Instruments, so I can't read them until I finish, because spoiler alerts and stuff like that. I really want to get around to reading those too. So those are 10 of the series that are popular and I have not yet read. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you've read these series and like push me to read them, otherwise I'm never gonna get around to it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so much to infinity and beyond. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My name's Waverly, and now I'm off to read. Bye!